Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction for you guys. Daredevil Born Again Season 1 Episode 7 is here. I'm actually watching it a little bit later than I was planning on to because CinemaCon's happening right now. They had the Warner Brothers panel, all these rumors. They may drop a trailer for Superman. I'm like, I don't know, we'll see. So I waited until the panel was over, and of course, they showed footage, but it was like footage description. There was actually nothing shown to us here at home, so kind of frustrating. But anyways, so Daredevil Born Again, we had 2 episodes last week. Episode 5, pretty solid, but I really liked episode 6 like quite a lot. And episode 5, it was decent, but it was a pocket episode, but I get what they were trying to do with it. But episode 6 was really interesting because Matt finally became Daredevil again. And while he's fighting Muse, which was a great fight, Kingpin is also letting his anger out and unleashing on Adam. I think this name's Adam, the guy that Vanessa cheated on him with. And it was a crazy back and forth showing that, and it really worked. It was very effective. Somehow Adam is still alive. I don't understand how, based on some of the hits he was taking, but anyways. But Matt is now back as Daredevil. So I'm ready to dive into the episode, see what they show us, guys, and hopefully it'll be another good episode. Let's get into it. Let's go.
You look out this window, what do you see?
The city.
Fear. But how did she escape?
The girl claims she was rescued by the vigilante known as Daredevil.
Get out.
That was ADR, 100%. I'm sorry, like, there's no way they're gonna hit that. That was ADR. I get it, they had to rework these episodes because of the change and the overhaul, but yeah. So how does it feel, buddy? Oh, you're getting a visitor, Matt. Inappropriate. Get a room, you two.
You were gone when I got here.
Don't worry about it.
Madison case. I do just occasionally bump into things. It is part of my reality.
Then why lie about going for a walk?
Because it's embarrassing, sweetie.
You're
She's a
checked
therapist.
out
She'll
a large
figure this
portion
out.
Of the time you put yourself in dangerous situations.
You know, and sometimes this all feels, to me, feels like fake.
I'm sorry to do this,
Oh?
but you have been tamping down trauma for so long. I love you, Matt.
Aw, it's adorable. Is he ever gonna tell her?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Don't worry about it.
You think I wouldn't find out?
60 dead. Would have been one more if Daredevil hadn't shown up. And he's still out there.
No. If you want to blow up your life again, you go ahead.
He's not gonna be part
Try
of it.
your own.
Oh shit.
It's not like Muse is the first serial killer the city's ever seen.
No, there's a connection to it.
Dresses in a devil costume. We're talking about a man who single-handedly destroyed 10 years of business infrastructure. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Tracked down all my workers.
Sure did.
Custom facilitators, all of them. He broke bones, broke spirits.
Still does.
Without due process.
Good man now.
You got power. You got the anti-vigilante task force or whatever you built.
I have more resources.
Angela, what do you remember about Muse, about Track 61, anything?
She has to recognize it's him, right? His voice. Yep, all the evidence.
What can you tell me that was out of the ordinary? It was different, unique.
Why the hell does he want to be mayor?
He already is mayor.
This is Angle.
I don't have to explain my husband's actions to you or to anyone.
It's time for a change.
Are you asking for my permission or my help?
Ah.
No, I love my parents.
Bastion Cooper. Who is he?
Found a piece of clothing in Muse's lair, and we assumed it was fabric, but our analysis showed that it was actually canvas.
Canvas. Involuntary commitment when he was 15. Expelled from Phillips Exeter.
Did I ever tell you I used to compete in Taekwondo?
No?
Uh-oh.
Did you enjoy it?
I competed in Taekwondo because they made me. And it was awful. They wouldn't let me quit.
3 months after Coach Lee started training Bastion, his body showed up on the estate. Cause of death was listed as unknown, but there was never an investigation.
And all I ever wanted to be was an artist.
Oh no.
To be the person I am now, and
I'm just the
no,
conduit.
you're the key. Don't you see that?
Don't you see the key? Sure.
So, let's talk about homework.
No, you're not listening to
Oh
me,
boy.
Dr.
Oh
Glenn.
no. Oh no.
The city is finally starting to see me for who I really am.
Shit.
Well, they weren't the only ones down there. Rumors that
Daredevil.
vigilante from
The vigilante.
those kitchens.
Coming with yourself can be scary. It's like you always say.
Mm.
We can't hide from ourselves. You already know, Dr. Clint. I can see it in your face.
Yeah, she knows.
Can I make it to the door in time?
Shit, yep. Oh!
That doesn't work for me.
Shit.
We're a team.
It's all falling apart.
And hiding things from one another isn't going to get us anywhere.
Oh shit, what's he doing? He's got to figure this out eventually, yeah. That it's her.
Hey!
Oh shit. Get moving. Time to wake up. Yep. Mm-hmm.
My name is Muse.
No, it's Bastion, whatever.
You understand who I am.
I don't know if she really understands, dude, but
Please don't.
he's gonna do it while he's gonna try.
Don't you care about all the people you killed?
No, he
Do you feel
doesn't.
nothing?
Mm.
No, not yet.
Yep.
What the hell is that? What the fuck are you doing? You've kidnapped me, then you're gonna what? Shoot me? Huh?
Ah, damn. Shit, I love that. That was good. That was good. Come on, Matt. Come on. Ooh. Yep. Careful, they're coming. Come on. This is good. Oh! Shit. He's losing it. He's losing control. It's okay though. Oh! Don't tell me she's dead. No, come on. Left his body there. Wow. Okay.
He had a gun. Part of some murder-suicide grand plan.
It wasn't a nightmare.
He saved your lives.
So sorry.
You killed him, Matt.
You didn't have a choice.
They didn't have a choice.
How do you know there's someone else there?
Yeah, he's right there next to you.
You think he said my name?
She remembers.
Daredevil.
Holding the mask up. Wow. Ooh.
Thank you, Buck.
As I expected, another pretty solid episode of Daredevil Born Again. Now let's talk about the ending real fast, and we'll talk about everything else. I kind of figured Vanessa was not going to be betraying Fisk. Obviously, she's betrayed Fisk by sleeping with another man and everything, and of course, Fisk getting his revenge on that and everything, and handling it in his own way. But I didn't expect Vanessa actually to betray Fisk on that level. She was sending that guy to die. It was kind of obvious. But it would have been very fascinating if she actually was looking to betray her own husband, besides the cheating thing, but actually, going that extra mile and actually trying to basically get revenge and double cross or whatever, basically going against her own husband to get rid of him. But they're not going to do that. At least not right now. They could still do that, maybe. Who knows? Matt's girlfriend remembers that Daredevil said my name. He said my name. And I think that was just a moment of where Matt was just like, he was himself, even though he's in the Daredevil suit, he's Daredevil, but he became mad again, trying to help her. So he slipped. I think he's going to have to end up telling her. He's going to have to tell her eventually, like, what is going on here. But when is the right time? Like, he's already given subtle hints because of the bruises and everything from last episode. She noticed him in the shower, was questioning him, and he's like, well, I go for walks, I bump into things. But I don't think she's believing it. I think she's just pretending to believe it, but I think she knows something else is going on. And then the fact that he suddenly hits, you had no choice. Well, how do you know? Well, because I know you. Like, I know you had no choice of killing Muse, even though I was there. She's going to figure it out. I think him dating a therapist is probably not a smart idea, because she will figure it out. But the question is, will she figure it out on her own, or will he tell her? That's the weighing thing here. Who knows? But Muse's death, I'm shocked, because I think a lot of us were believing Muse was going to continue into the second season. No, he's done. And we have 2 more episodes of season 1, and then the show is over. Of course, they're filming season 2 right now. I think it's coming out next year is what they're stating. So we are getting more Daredevil Born Again, of course, but people were suspecting Muse was going to be in season 2. I'm not sure where that came from, but he's dead. He's done for. Done. The final fight between him and Matt was really good, I think. And honestly, thinking more on it, I think Muse should have maybe been in more like scenes without the mask on, and he really wasn't in the show much. But when he was in the show, it's effective for sure. But when you actually see him outside the mask, it's very limited versus when you actually see him in the mask. But of course, he sees himself as Muse. He doesn't see himself outside of the mask as, the normal human, because he's not really normal. He knows that. And they explain how he's a really good fighter because he was forced into Taekwondo by his parents. So that's where that combat comes into play. But very good action sequences between the both of them. But I wish they would have done more with Muse. And I think this goes to show that the original intent, the original idea of the show before the overhaul and making some changes and basically bringing back Foggy and Karen, or then bringing back the original Vanessa because they originally recast her. And they did a lot of rework and everything, a lot of changes, and we're shooting new episodes and reworking things. This shows one of the faults, I think, in the original arc, because from what I understand, episode 2 through 7 was the original run initially of the show, and then they basically came in and redone and reworked in episode 1, and then did a whole new episode 8, and I think 9 was an amalgamation of stuff they shot, and then new stuff they included in the mix to kind of wrap up the season. But a lot of work, but essentially this episode really wasn't, there was some ADR, you can tell for sure, which was kind of noticeable, but I really wish they would have found a way to incorporate more of Muse in and out of the mask. Maybe another therapy session or 2 with her, and then this reveal comes along to make it more like surprising, because once he goes in that room, it's not really surprising. It's just waiting for the switch for him to then eventually take her down and then all that. So I wish they would have maybe built it up a little bit more with his character overall and the therapy sessions, because having just one line of dialogue early on in the season of him saying, I really need to speak with you, I really need to speak with you, I need to have a session, I need to figure this stuff out, and that's it until this episode way down the line in terms of the storyline and the timeline of the show. Then we see him in a therapy session. I wish they would have just done a little bit more. Another thing that I know they're going to end up doing either in episode 8 or 9. I understand the way the format of the show and the way it was originally structured before the overhaul was that we're going to see Matt and Fisk's perspectives on things and their kind of co-leading storylines going back and forth in terms of perspectives. And they're sometimes intertwining the storylines, other times not. I do like how Fisk is getting more and more frustrated in the way he's trying to angle the new vigilante task force and having them basically lie, saying we took out Muse when it wasn't them at all, and Daredevil was never there. But they have not had a conversation since episode 1. They've never been in a scene together since episode 1. And I understand that in Daredevil, the original series, there was episodes that went by where they never interacted with each other. But we have now gone 6 episodes where he's the mayor, and now we're incorporating more stuff in the mix where Matt's coming back as Daredevil. They're talking about each other, but they just don't interact. And it just feels jarring. So hopefully with episode 8 next week, and then episode 9, the finale, we get to see some actual interconnection, and hopefully season 2 will address this and fix this a little bit. I'm not saying we need to have a scene every single episode of both these characters together in a room together or something. I'm not stating that. What I'm saying is it just feels jarring and kind of strange that you have the two co-leads and they're barely interacting with each other at all. They've only interacted in one scene, technically two, a very brief outside scene and then the diner scene, which is really, really good. And that's it. They talk about each other. They never interact with each other besides that diner scene and the scene right before the little setup. It's kind of irritating. It is. I think the show would actually benefit if they've actually had a scene or two since the diner scene. And I'm not asking and saying, you know, rewrite the whole entire narrative to make it work, but they could have found a way to do it. Fisk is constantly traveling around. At some point, he may run into Matt. Or maybe Matt shows up at the office for something, and it's involving early on about Muse, and he shows up and has a conversation with Fisk as a lawyer, but he says he's an old friend of Fisk, and they have a conversation at Fisk's office about Muse and everything, and they're kind of like going back and forth in the whole debate, and they're getting each other's faces. Like something to add to the tension of these two individuals and their history, but you're not giving it to us. So hopefully episode 8 or 9 will deliver on that. Hopefully. So yeah, Muse is gone. It seems that Matt is his relationship with those, I forget their names, but the confidant or whatever who found out in episode 1 that he's Daredevil after, you know, throwing Bullseye off the freaking building, and then his partner at his firm, they're feeling like they're distant with Matt, and that's really bothering both of them, and they're kind of, you know, pissed off or whatever. So that's kind of falling apart too. So a lot of things are kind of just happening all at once. So it's all going to come to a head at some point. So I'm done rambling at this point. I'm going to go edit the video and get it out as fast as I can because I want to go to bed. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm curious to know what you got the guys up on this episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.